Well, hello. How's it going? I hope it's really great. It's Saturday. It's a new month. It's May. That makes me excited. I kind of do like a mini intention setting practice at the beginning of each month. Kind of like that vibe at the beginning of a year, only I have it 12 times a year. And really, we can reset and set intentions anytime. Every morning is an opportunity to set the tone for the new day. Anyways, I'm just feeling that new beginnings vibe and I really like it. And so happy May to you all. I have well, first of all, so I'm Amanda Gold, and those of you who know me, you know that we're kicking ass with both feet here. If you don't know, if you're just here for the first time, then welcome. I'm so happy you're here. Mostly I'm just teaching, I'm an artist and a coach, and I'm teaching about how to be happy, joyous, and free no matter what is going on around us. I'm talking about how managing our mind is the ultimate superpower, and we can be, do, and have everything that we want, and that's rad. So come with me, I will teach you how to be amazing, or feel amazing more of the time, I should say. You're already amazing. Okay, so Saturdays are when I just kind of teach about general things, but I am going to keep it on, I've decided to choose a theme or a topic for each month. And so last month we were continuing to dive deep on dealing with noisy neighbors. So check that out if that's a pain point for you. It also, substitute noisy neighbors with anything that fucking grinds your gears. So check that out. But this month I'm excited to talk about rejection, because I think that is a thing that we fear and can hold us back. And I have a lot of tools to help you cope with it and deal with it and actually make friends with it. And I'm super excited to share that with you. But first, let me tell you, if you're liking what I am sharing in my videos, if it's helping you and you want more, well, guess what? You now have the option to work with me one-on-one. And I've got some great deals going on right now as I get my coaching certification. I've got some awesome rates. I've got some great packages that I think are suitable for any budget. So yeah, if you want more, or if you just want to know more, you can shoot me an email, and I am at amandagoldmakesart@gmail.com. That is also my Instagram handle, Amanda Gold Makes Art. And you should check that out, especially if you're local in the Denver area, because as a belated May Day special and to celebrate us coming out of isolation and getting back on track as far as businesses opening and things like that, I'm doing a giveaway. I'm doing a mural/art giveaway for a local business, and I'm going to post it on my Instagram so you can vote for your favorite small local business here in Denver, Colorado. And then I'm going to choose a lucky winner to receive a mural or some kind of custom art for their shop or store or whatever. So if you want to be a part of that, I'm also, even if you're not local, I recommend following me on Instagram, because that is where I'm going to post like little special tidbits, little extra bits and snatches that you can get your hands on, bonuses, giveaways, things like that. So check that shit out. I'm always working on coming up with new exciting content for you. So the other thing is, hit me up via email, even if you're not interested in one-on-one coaching. I am going to be blogging again. Some of you might be familiar. I used to blog regularly for over a year. I'm excited to get back to that. I've got some super exciting collaborations in the works with other fellow artists and creatives that I'm super stoked to share with you and unroll like different, artistic collaborations. And we're going to be making prints to share with you all. And I share all kinds of resources and song recommendations and podcasts and books that I'm reading and teachers that I'm following. I want to share all that in my email newsletter. So if you're interested in that, shoot me an email to be a part of it. What else am I making that's special? So many things. There's so many things. The blog again, the newsletter, all kind of shit. So stay tuned. And actually look below this video in the comments. I just had this really fruitful, productive, inspiring walk with one of my dear artist friends, and I'm going to share her Instagram link because she's making some badass shit and you should know about it. And we've got a special plan, collaboration in the works. How many times can I say in the works? All right, I'm done with that for now. Oh, and guess what else? Someone that I love finally kicked me into gear to getting my Patreon account going. So I am always doing work around money mindset and squeamishness around asking for money and accepting, help and support. But it's very important, and money is an energy exchange, and I know that I like giving money to causes that I love, and I want to help people that I believe in. And so I finally have a channel for you to do that as well. If you want to support this work that I'm doing, if you have financial means to do that, then by all means become a patron. And I will pin that link in the comments below this video as well. So thank you in advance if that's something that you feel like you can share, a way that you can support this work. It's so appreciated, and I'm really excited for the stuff that I'm going to be able to offer my patrons and the work I'm going to be able to do in the world through that extra financial support. So hooray. All right. That is it for the announcement. So let's get into rejection. So, making noises. Today's topic is specifically about facing rejection as an artist when you're working with clients. So, let's see. The story that I'm working with now is that, so I'm a muralist. It's one of the many forms that my art is taking right now. I do murals. I do custom charcoal portraits. What else have I gotten into? I do random stuff. Like I just finished painting a coffin. That was really cool. I did a mannequin, but mostly I'm really trying to focus on the murals right now. And so there's this beautiful process of talking to the client, and they decide they want to hire me, and I've got a drawing fee, and then I start sketching for them. And I always have this huge fear, and it's gotten better. It's better with practice. But it's like an emotional hangover of like this dread of sending them the first sketches because I'm afraid of rejection. And it feels yucky. Like I'm putting this piece of myself out there. I'm exposing myself. I'm making myself vulnerable. And then what if they don't like it? And so I came to some insights that I want to share today that hopefully will help you if you're experiencing this. I think a lot of the reason that we don't even put our art out there as artists is because we don't know how to handle rejection, or we're perceiving rejection where there actually isn't any. So first of all, I've done a lot of work around just practicing accepting that rejection is a possibility. So it still hurts, even though I know intellectually that this is a discovery process. Like in my situation, I want my clients to tell me what they do or don't like about an idea. Like I'm purposefully sending them sketches that I hope that they will reject if they don't like it, because the whole goal is to get them something that they want. But it's still just hard to hear sometimes. And so I found that just initially preparing myself from the outset, like they might not like this, that's okay. They might say no to this, that's okay. I will just try again. Like really establishing your tenacity from the outset and your willingness to get it right for them at the beginning can be really helpful. So just acknowledging like I might face some rejection, and that's okay. I can do that. And this is where coaching is really helpful, because what we're really afraid of is just how we feel in it, right? And if we can manage our minds properly, then rejection doesn't fucking matter. We're like, rejection what? Like it's information. But I'll say more about that later. I have noticed that I can make rejection feel worse through shit that I'm doing or not doing. So I've learned to get better at the whole sketching process. And what I mean by that is, if I spend hours on this intricate, detailed, full color, huge, I'm telling you, one time I was working on one of my first murals, I was trying to come up with the design, and I was working with a piece of paper bigger than the screen and really getting after it and like hand drawing all this stuff. And I got excited about an idea, and I cherished it and developed that. And so when I sent it to them and they were like, no, I was like, fuck, like I put so much into this, So I've learned how to be looser and rougher with sketches, because it's a lot easier to just show someone a couple of thumbnails or rough drafts, and then they're like, no, that's not the right track. It's like, cool, I put half an hour into that versus how many hours. And it doesn't mean I'm not doing my best, and it doesn't mean I'm not giving my all to the client. And eventually, once we agree on a design, then I'm going to give them that full out, all my skills, detailed, colorful preview. But I had to get really clear that like rejection, that early in the stage, I needed to just suss out, I'm trying to get information, right? And so I can do that with a rough draft easier and quicker than if I'm coming up with these full on drawings for them. So just learn how to be quick and light, get the gist out to them, talk to them all throughout the process. Like, don't wait. If you've got an idea, run it by them, show them a sketch, figure out what they're into, right? And every client's going to be a little bit different with what they expect, and you'll work those things out as an artist. And I can, again, personal coaching around this kind of stuff if you want to know more. But that was just something that I noticed that has really helped me. With this last project, I was a lot quicker with the thing, and so it's a lot easier if they don't want it. I don't feel like I had invested so much into that. Also, don't be precious about your art. This was a big one for me. I was very much one of those, like, my heart and soul is in this, and if they reject it, then they're rejecting my heart and soul, like my blood, sweat, and tears, And there is, yes, I do put myself into everything I do, hopefully, but especially my art. Like, it is special. It is like, it's a calling. It's this thing it's important to me. It matters, and it is vulnerable to put that out there. But I was thinking about that, and I was like, really, if I really am putting myself into a thing, then actually that sort of makes it bulletproof. Like, if I really am being authentic and that is me in that piece of art, then I don't give a fuck who likes it or doesn't like it. I've realized that for me, if I think that represents me and then someone doesn't like it, there's a part of me that I'm not cool with. There's a part of me that I can't stand behind or that I'm a little shaky with. And that's some shit that I need to do work around. And that's why I still see a therapist. And that's why I have a meditation practice and spiritual toolkit and all these things that I do that work where I'm like, my self-esteem is whack right now, or like my self-worth needs a bolster. I have places that I can go to sort of patch that up and heal that stuff. Because really, when I talk about like everything is a gift, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if we can let negative emotion and people's negative response to us turn us back into ourselves and see where I still believe bad things about myself. Like, I don't take things personally if I don't already believe a thing a little bit, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's some shit that I like to pay attention to. If I'm really feeling precious about it and feeling like that's me in there and you're rejecting me, like, I can go inward and do more work around that. I kind of touched on this earlier, but rejection can sting if we feel or believe that we wasted a bunch of time. So as I mentioned before, working smart, not hard is really good to do here. Learn to use your tools, sketch faster and looser. But also this mindset that I've been practicing, I had to learn how to believe this because I spent 16 years as a alcoholic and drug addict, and it was from 16 to 32. And my God, did I struggle with this idea of wasted time, right? Like, those are precious years where I should have been building a career and saving money and learning how to date and all this shit. And I couldn't have gone on if I believed that was all wasted. There's always, it can all serve us, right? So that's kind of a dramatic example, but with your art especially, like, that is not wasted time. If you poured a lot of time and energy into some sketches or drawings or whatever for someone and they reject it, you're honing your craft. I had to really, I struggle with this as a perfectionist where I'm like, I just want to be amazing right away. And I kind of poo-pooed the like getting there process. I just wanted to be amazing. And I know that sounds silly and unrealistic, but that's sort of that's what perfectionist brain does to us. It's this lie of like, well, if I didn't get it right on the first try, then there's something wrong with me if I have to, whatever. So, sorry, I don't want to I don't want to go off on too much of a tangent. I'm trying to keep this not too long of a video, but anyways, just really reassure yourself, like, hey, even if they didn't like it, that was me drawing, which is what I'm here to do. I love making art, whatever your particular art is. It was never wasted. Maybe someone else will like those sketches. You can save them in your portfolio and pitch them to another client later. Or just, for me, this last set of drawings I did, we're working on a woman's face for this mural. And I did 3 really cool ideas for her, and she really only liked like one detail out of a couple of them. And so it was tempting to be like, I drew all that shit for nothing. But no, it was practice. Now I'm better at drawing profiles. I've got a couple more different women's faces under my belt, and that's a lot of this subject matter I like to draw anyways. So nothing is wasted, okay? Just celebrate that you're now a better artist than you were before this project, and keep that spirit of like learning and growing. All right. Now, this is a good one. Good one for me anyways. Let's be real. This is not about you. especially art for clients. This is about them. If your feelings are getting hurt when they're rejecting certain sketches or ideas, you're probably got your ego too wrapped up in the project. And I have been there, and I do it, and I have to fight back on that all the time. I can easily make something more about me than the client. Do they like me? Do they like my art? Do I, so this is a gift. Like if I turn it back around, back to them, remembering this is for them, getting back into my art as an act of service. What's perfect for them? I can get really excited about that when I'm coming from that point of view. What's going to help their business or brighten their day or give them the most value for what they're paying me? When they don't like a design, and I have this attitude of service, being of as much service as possible, and also being curious, and if I have to drive to make it amazing for them, then their rejection just becomes a clue on the path to getting closer to the yes and to where you're both super excited about the project. That feels great. So I'm going to wrap it up here. I have some key takeaways and tips. Number 1, prepare yourself from the beginning. Get your mind right. Meaning you can handle rejection, you can handle hard things. Even practice mantras like, it's not a rejection, it's a learning process. Whatever it takes, but just prep yourself from the beginning. They might say yes right out of the gate. They might say, I love it. That's happened before, where the first shot is like, they love it, you nailed it. But if you work for a yes and hope for a yes, but prepare or expect a no, then you can, it's not such a blind side if someone does say no thank you to what you're offering. Number 2, have a few people in your corner that know what you're up to from start to finish. So I have a couple people that cheer me on and have my back no matter what. They believe in me. They believe in my ability as an artist. And so from the very beginning, I'll tell them like, ooh, I got a new potential client. Ooh, I'm sending a sketch today. I'm nervous. Ooh, they said they didn't like it. I have to start over. I'll vent a little bit too. Like I'll let myself be a little petty. Like they said they didn't like this, but this was exactly what they said they would, I can have my little bitch fest for a few minutes and then I get back to work. And these people hold me accountable and help me not give up and say, okay, so when's the next drawing going out? They'll have a few people that are there for you, even one other person. And also, if you don't know anyone yet who will do that for you, which in this day of the internet, you can find supportive groups that will help you. Also, you can learn how to be that for yourself. And that's also what I can help with one-on-one coaching, by the way. But yeah, have some people there who can like help you lick your wounds when you fail or fall, and then they'll help you get back up and keep going. Okay, number 3, repeat after me. I will not take it personally. This is not personal. Do not take it personally. A no to your art is not the same as a no to who you are at your core, to you as a person. I very recently was fallen prey to that idea, and it's a lie. It's a bullshit lie that your brain will throw out at you because it's trying to protect you and keep you safe, but it's horseshit. And so if you catch yourself feeling really low about a rejection, check and see if you're making it mean something personal about you, and work to shift that, because it isn't personal. Don't take it personal. It's about them and their tastes, and as long as you're doing your best, it has nothing to do with you, honestly. But I should say there's a caveat. This is a little side note. Do be willing to take constructive feedback and be willing to practice and improve. So if someone over and over is like, you might want to look into like some drawing classes or some tutorials, or finding someone who will tell you honestly like where your art could improve or whatever. Like this isn't about like loving yourself like I'm good no matter what, I'm a beautiful snowflake. Like you're worthy and you're awesome, and your art probably is amazing already, and we can also keep growing and improving. And so use these opportunities to see where can I get better or have a better method or practice or whatever. Okay, and that kind of flows into my last little takeaway, which is do take responsibility for this. I am less likely to get rejected in my sketching phase if I ask good questions at the beginning, if I do my due diligence to get as much detail as possible, to ask the right questions. What do you want to feel when you look at this mural? What are your favorite things? Encourage them to take responsibility too, like send me pictures of art that you love. Send me pictures of murals that you think are awesome. What's your style? What's your deal? If I take that responsibility to get as much information as possible, then I'm much more likely to succeed from the beginning. And so I'll just leave you with this. If you come from a place of wanting to add value, if you really just want to add value, if you want to celebrate your gifts and talents, like I love making art and the fact that I get to do it for money and to put it out in the world and work with other cool people that and help them bring their ideas to life, that's one of the best jobs in the world. And if I remember that place, if I stay grounded in that, then rejection isn't even a thing. It doesn't even exist. Because really their rejection is just information and practice, and it's guidance to get me closer to my goal. And for that, I can be thankful. And so, yes, rejection as a gift, possibly. All right, thank you for watching. This was a big one, but I hope it helped. Please leave comments if you want to. But I'd love to hear how this helped, if it helped, what your experience with rejection is or has been. Like I've said before, I'd love to build community around this. So if you've got stuff that I left out or wisdom or knowledge to share, please share it. I'd love to hear from you. And again, if you want to work with me or know more about my coaching or my art or anything, or just about how to deal with rejection, whatever, like shoot me an email. It is amandagoldmakesart@gmail.com. And my Instagram is the same, amandagoldmakesart. And yeah, that's everything. I'm checking my notes on my phone. Thank you. You're wonderful. Go out and have an amazing weekend. And I will be back on Tuesday with another episode of Try It Tuesday, in which I will share an exercise or practice for you to try. All right, you're awesome. Thank you, and I will see you soon. Bye.